deficit, but you don't want to give up your favorite morning coffee drink, let me show you how you can still enjoy your morning coffee while opting for lower calorie options using these 5 tips. Tip number 1 is to ditch the lattes, and listen, hear me out. Lattes are so freaking good, but they are mostly made up of milk. If you don't know what's in a latte, it's literally just espresso and milk. So a good swap for them if you want to keep the latte is to switch to almond milk. But what I would really recommend doing is going for something like a cold brew or an iced coffee where it's going to be mostly coffee and less milk. For example, this is an iced coffee from Dunkin'. This is going to have a lot more coffee than it does milk, making it automatically lower calorie. Tip number 2 is to sub the milk. My go-to is going to be almond milk. Depending on where you're getting it from, it's going to be anywhere from 20 to 90 calories, and the 90 is rare. Some places use barista almond milk, so if you're getting a latte, it would probably be about 90 calories. But in general, if you're just getting a splash of it in your cold brew or iced coffee, it'll likely only be between like 30 and 45 calories. And some places it's even less. At Dunkin' Donuts, their almond milk is super low calorie, so it's a really good swap. If you're allergic to nuts and you can't have almond milk, I would stick with skim milk or reduced fat. Oat milk isn't a great alternative because it's super creamy and heavy, so it's also going to be a little bit higher calorie. Tip number 3 is to ask for your drink half sweet. Now, if you love a sweet drink, don't worry, I have a plan for you too. But if you're like me and you don't need your coffee to be super sweet, just literally ask for it half sweet. You're going to be significantly reducing the amount of calories, and personally, I just like it better. It tastes better to me. But if you don't want to sacrifice the amount of sweetness in your drink, a lot of places are going to have sugar-free syrups. Now, they don't taste great, so what I would say is just do half the amount of the regular syrup and then the other half with a sugar-free syrup. So for example, say 2 pumps of regular vanilla syrup, 2 pumps of sugar-free syrup. That way it kind of like overpowers that sugar-free flavor and you're still having a really sweet drink. Tip number 4 is to literally just get a smaller size. I think we can all collectively agree that we are caffeine addicted in this country. Like, I don't need a large latte. I don't need it. But if you absolutely do need it, the other tips above are going to be really good for you. If you're someone like me, you don't need a ton of coffee, or maybe you're just like going to a little coffee shop, a little local shop, just get a small. Like, you're automatically going to be having less calories if you order a small. Tip number 5, and kind of my bonus tip, is to grab this because it has things like this and this. My girls love it. They love it. Now, I want to say something. If you love your creamy drink and you want to get your creamy drink, girl, get it. The point of these videos is never to tell you that you can't have the things that you love. There have been so many days on my journey where I went and got the creamy drink and the drink that I really want to have. And I loved every minute of it. But as somebody who does hit the drive-thru for coffee every single morning and who used to get a drink that was upwards of 500 calories every single morning, without using the tips that I just listed for you, it would have been really hard for me to continue staying in a calorie deficit. It also helped me learn that even though yes, the 500 calorie drink is delicious, so is my 200 calorie drink. I used this mentality of, hey, how can I take the things that I love and just change them a little bit?